So let's dive into your business.
Yeah,
You say you own a confectionery,
yeah, it's called a
a
catering.
catering business. Okay, you cook, you sell to people.
Mm.
What inspired that business?
Well, my inspiration came from my late mom. I grew up in an environment that we were cooking literally every day because there's always an event, one event, always a preparation. If you have a wedding, I don't know for others, but I can remember for my mom, she'll be the one to decorate your wedding, be it traditional or white. She'll be the one that bakes your cake. She'll be the one that cooks for your event. I was intrigued. I loved everything about it. I remember there were times I go out with her. I can remember also where they'll tell her to talk about the colors of the cake and all of that. I really admired her because she was very hardworking, and I was like, okay, this is where I want to venture into. That's where my inspiration came from.
Hello everyone and welcome to Primarald TV. My name is Deborah Igberi and this is another exciting episode of Girls Corner. In the studio today, I have with me an amazing woman, very interesting person. She's an immigration officer, she's a business owner and lots more. And she's going to do us the favor by introducing herself to us.
Thank you very much, Deborah.
You're welcome.
Okay, my name is Ebilaere Wodi. Like you said, I am an immigration officer and also the CEO of Zinola Catering Services and Confectionaries.
You're welcome, Miss Ebilaere. It's very nice to have you in the studio here today. Okay, so we're going to dive real quick to know more about you.
Okay.
Yes, today is basically about you. We want to know who you are, what you do, and lots more. So you're going to help us describe yourself in 3 words.
Okay, I can say that I am someone who is highly optimistic.
Okay,
That's one. Two, I'm very passionate about whatever I do. Yeah. Anything that I have to do, I make sure I'm passionate about it. And thirdly, I am persistent. If I'm doing something and not getting the result I want, I persist. I keep on pushing and pushing and making sure I'm able to achieve that set goal.
Okay. So I know how you describe yourself.
Thank you very much.
You describe yourself in lots of amazing ways. There are not all very many actually describe themselves, but it's beautiful to hear you describe yourself that way.
Thank you.
So let's dive into your work as an immigration officer. I know there are lots of things wrapped inside that, and without going into much details, what is one memorable experience you've had with your job?
Okay. There are so many memorable experience, but the one that I loved the most was when we went for our training camp in Auda.
Okay.
It was something I've never experienced, and it's one of the part I loved in the whole of the experience was the part where we were taught how to use our rifles, different guns, taught how to handle different weapons, taught how to know when how to couple it and strip it off, uncouple it and all of that. We're taught how to shoot, went to a shooting range, we're taught how to take a clear target shots. We're taught several things and I was really, really intrigued. It was interesting. I felt what's the word? Not really good, but like I was excited.
Trying something good.
So yeah, something you always see on TV and you're able to experience it. So yeah, that was one of the experience that one of the memorable experience I hope I experience it in future again. Yeah.
Talking about guns, that is one thing I'm afraid of. I think I've never held a gun before. I've never cupped one. I've never uncoupled or coupled it back in one because men seeing when officers are holding it, I'll be like, God, I'm scared for them. Not like they don't know what they're doing, though, but I'm scared for them. Do you understand? Holding a gun. When you see them in movies, you're like everywhere,
There's nothing to be scared of, really. You just have to follow the instructions and you're good to go.
I guess I'll try that sometime.
That's where you are. You are an officer. Yes.
Okay, so let's dive into your business.
Yeah.
You say you own a confectionery,
Yeah. It's called a
a
catering.
catering business. Okay, you cook, you sell to people. What inspired that business?
Well, my inspiration came from my late mom. I grew up in an environment that we were cooking literally every day, if I'm not mistaken, because there's always an event, one event, always a preparation. I don't know if you can remember back in the days, a caterer is someone who, if you have a wedding, I don't know for others, but I can remember for my mom, she will be the one to decorate your wedding, be it traditional or white. She'll be the one that bakes your cake. She'll be the one that cooks for your event. So I was intrigued. I loved everything about it. I remember there were times I go out with her. I can remember also where they'll tell her to talk about the colors of the cake and all of that. So I really admired her because she was very hardworking, and I was like, okay, this is where I want to venture into. And that's where my inspiration came from. A beautiful mother.
I've heard people when they say, "Oh, my inspiration came because I needed money."
Yeah.
Oh, I started this business because I needed money. I needed to sort out some bills, and business idea just came from somewhere. But you are telling us now that your business idea came from your mom, and that is inspirational. Yeah. So it's more like it was an inbuilt thing.
Exactly.
It's not something you just woke up and wanted to start. It came from within inside you, and that is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Running a business can be a lot. It can be overwhelming, it can be stressful. It's sometimes you run at loss, sometimes you're winning, and it's a lot. So how has running a business actually helped you navigate life? How has it helped you know more about life? Running a business.
Okay, I would say this business is actually my life. Yes, that's what I would say. It's actually my life. Yeah. So already in life you need to be resilient. You wake up every day. You wake up every morning. You're going about your daily life. My business is more like my daily life. It's what I love doing. So it's not, yeah, it's been a bit what's the word? It's not been easy, yeah. But because of my passion, the passion I have for the business, I have that pull to keep pushing, not to give up, to keep putting my best, to always look for a different approach on how to go about things. So yeah, passion first of all. Because if you do not have passion for what you're doing, there's every tendency you stop halfway. But
Okay. So being a business owner has actually taught you about passion
yes.
and being consistent.
Yes.
Keep going, doing it.
Yes, it has.
Okay. I have instances where I see business owners they struggle with inconsistency. And I think is one thing that kills business a lot, inconsistency. If you start a business today and you just feel like people you just come from wherever they are, come and find you without you showing up, I think that's very difficult. It doesn't happen that way. But if you keep showing up out there, even if you don't show up just one day, people will come and find you in years. But if you don't show up for a week, they'll be like, oh, like this guy is not really rushing me on or something. And that's good. Thank you very much. Thank you. There's a lot of rewarding things about businessing, but what are some rewarding things about being a business owner?
Well, it has to do with one of the rewarding things. It has helped me in my growth, my personal growth. Yes, it has helped me, understand things better. My personal growth. Then my persistent, because I know that if I keep putting my best in this, I'm going to be successful in what I am doing. So that persistence for success. So that's one of the push for my continuity in the business.
Oh, okay. So that's rewarding to you. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. How do you balance these speeds? Like being an immigration officer, being a business owner, don't they clash for you? How do you manage to hold these two things together? Because this is like a full-time job, two full-time jobs.
Okay. So far, so good. Um, along the line or along the way with doing the business and the job, they've been working hand in hand. They have not been against each other. I've been able to navigate it. Yeah, and I'm grateful for that. I've been able to navigate the both of them. I'm hoping that it will continue in that way.
Wow. I don't know how you do it that these two don't clash, but it's a miracle because I've seen people who whose jobs actually clashes with their business. Yes. They can be at the office and do that. A customer will call them, oh, I need this, I need this. Oh, let's go and sort this out. They can't move because they're at the office and at the same time they are business owners. So I don't know how you do it that your business doesn't clash with your job. So it's a miracle, but keep it up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, though.
So let's do a quick game.
Okay.
I have other questions to ask you. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by these two things? Their career and business. Have you ever felt overwhelmed?
It's natural to feel overwhelmed at some point, but that does not mean you no look for a way around it. It's always natural to feel overwhelmed. It's part of it. I think it's part of the thing that help you push more. Yeah. Once you're overwhelmed about something, you will have to critically think and say, okay, how do I go about this thing so I do not have to experience this, again. So yeah, I have felt that way.
Okay. That's beautiful. I feel we are all humans and there are times when we break down. Yeah. Because we feel overwhelmed by everything. Especially when you're feeling the heat from this place and you're feeling the heat from this place. The two of them clashing together. It makes someone overwhelmed. And as humans, we all face that even in our day-to-day life. So we'll do a quick game. Okay? You don't have to don't think it too much. Just answer the question as I'm asking you the question. So don't give us motivational speech, just answer the question. So the first one is business or salary jobs?
Always business.
Oh wow. Early mornings or late nights?
I think early mornings.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Definitely coffee.
Wow. Risk or stability?
Stability.
Next one, shopping or saving money?
I like the two, but then as a girl, I would love
Collabo.
I like to collaborate the two, but if you insist I choose one, it's always be shopping.
It's always be shopping. Wow.
But then I try to make sure I do the two of them.
Yeah, all of them are supposed.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So you're actually going to explain some of these questions you answered.
Okay.
I asked you risk or stability, and you choose stability. Can I know why you chose stability?
Stability, gives you a structure.
Okay.
When you're stable, you know what you're doing. You are not easily swayed. Because in whatever you're doing, there can always be distractions. Okay, so but once you know that, okay, this is what I want to do, this is where my focus is, that's stability on its own. You will not easily swayed from it. So yeah.
Okay. So risk, what does risk does?
It's not like you don't take risks. There are times you do take risks, but if you're someone who already have an idea of what you want to do, you
don't be that bad.
Yes.
But you still choose stability.
Definitely
right?
stability.
Okay. So there are lots of young women out there that are trying to navigate a lot of things. Life, career, businesses. And in our previous Girls Corner, we talked about women now coming out of their shell and that they don't want to settle for the bare minimum. They are showing up for themselves every day like girl boss. They want to be the boss of themselves. They're not being bossed around. And there are lots of girls that are still trying to figure out life. There are some who are being pressured by the internet, by what they see. There are some who put themselves last above every other thing. Do you have something to say for these people?
First of all, what is happening to them is called fear. Fear of the unknown. As human, we always have that. But then once we're able to conquer it, we'll later see that I actually have the strength to do this, And then without fear, there can be courage. So after fear, courage takes place. So I would advise they should take that leap of faith, because if you do not poke yourself, if you do not, what's the word? If you do not
Push
yourself, you will never be able to see what you can achieve. And we can achieve a lot.
Or like you won't ever see your potential.
You can never see your potentials, if you don't push yourself. So, and we can achieve a lot. You just need, and also it starts from the mind. Just believe that you can do this and work towards it. It's not like at some point we don't start having doubt, but still push yourself.
Me, I'm still a young person. I'm still young though. Actually, I'll tell myself that I'm still young. And there is a lot about life that is still yet to be explored and everything. And at the same time, whenever I see women, we get, will I say pressured, or will I say no self-esteem? No self-esteem also contributes to the way they'll see themselves. They are not courageous enough. When they walk into a room and they see everybody, even though they are best dressed, they just feel like,
that's from the mind. That's the mind.
I don't fit here. I am not confident enough. I am not this enough. They keep questioning who they are, who they want to be. I feel that way sometimes. So lots of people will also feel that way out there. I don't know. Can you say something?
Okay. Well, I would like you to understand that there's only one you. There's only one you. So meaning you are special because there's only one you. So like you talked about internet and all of that, when they see all those things, they feel pressured and all of that. Well, but you know that not everything you see on the internet, not everything you see outwardly is as it is. People do things too. Some of those people you feel like, you see them and you feel like, oh, you're a bit intimidated. They too, some of the things they put online, because they are even intimidated, they are even pressured. So you just be you. First love yourself. Love yourself. Because once you love yourself, you will not be easily be distracted. You know what you're doing. You know where you're going. You know where you're coming from. So all of that will just be, it won't be an issue to you. Invest in yourself and you see that, all those things does not matter.
No, the Bible actually said that where your treasure is, that's where your heart will actually be. And if your treasures are up in social media, your focus will be there, and the pressure would definitely overwhelm you, get to you, and you start being pressured for nothing. You end up making decisions that are not, they don't make sense, and putting yourself in tough situations. But thank you very much for clarifying that. So you actually said that you're an immigration officer, right?
Yes, I am.
Which means you deal with international passport, or that's your job, right?
Yes.
And you're also a caterer.
Yes.
You cook for events. People order food from you. Any kind of event, right?
Exactly.
You cover any kind of event. Baby shower, baby ceremony, wedding, birthday. Good. So I want you now to put yourself out and tell them to come on patronize you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, so Zinola Catering Services, we are into event catering, event planning, anything that has to do with making your event colorful, good food, good vibes, and all of that. We are into that. So it was first established in the year 2020, but then it was a bit dormant. So after some years, I felt like, okay, you need to you need to grow your passion, you need to focus on this, you need to, build this thing, build it and make it something valuable, something to be proud of, So yeah, we have an Instagram handle, just in case you want to reach us. You can just go to Instagram and check for Zinola_cuisine, and you can reach us there. Okay, you can reach us there, you can communicate with us, and whatever you want, we'll be able to assist with that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
You're
So if
welcome.
you stay in Port Harcourt, if you stay in the close by areas, Bayelsa, Delta, they can interstates delivery, they do all that, and you should always expect the best from Zinola's Cuisine. All right, thank you very much for joining us in this video today.
Thank you very much.
This was an amazing experience. Hearing her speak, it's more like a jack of all trades. She does a lot, and her words have been inspiring and interesting. Thank you very much, guys. This is another episode of Girls Corner, and we're very happy to have you guys here. Please do well to follow Primarald TV on all social media platforms. Please do like, share, and comment on this video. Let's get your feedback. Thank you and bye.
Thank you.